What's up everyone, and welcome back to our lawn. So what we're starting this week or this video with is the next phase of reseeding and renovating our front yard. So this section right here, you can see there's a line drawn right there. So what I did is I killed off that little section because it's about how much I can water regularly without an irrigation system and really keep up on it and make sure that everything's going to work. And I want everything to work because the seed that I'm using is expensive and I would like it to not get carried off by birds or die or not germinate or whatever. So what this is going to be is either the start of just my normal weekly uploads, or what I'm going to do then once it's all finished, once I'm through every process, every step, and there's grass out there that I'm cutting, then I'm gonna again upload a video on how to completely kill off, till, smooth out, seed, water, and get ready to go. So that you can have a yard that looks like that. And so one thing, the reason why I'm doing it is you can see that color versus that color. So down here is what I've reseeded. That is a Seed Superstore Kentucky Bluegrass mix, and it looks incredible when it's woken up. It's struggling a little bit now. You can see it fought some disease last year because it was young and it didn't have what it took to fight it off, and so it's kind of having a hard time waking back up, but it will. But I've rambled long enough. The first step, what we're doing today, is we're killing it. So with that, we got to mark off the section, get our glyphosate and Spectracide weed and grass killer, mix those up, and we're gonna spray. All right, I know I can do about 24 feet with the sprinklers, so we're gonna give it the old golfer's pace. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, here's what we're starting with. So we have Roundup, active ingredient, glyphosate. Roundup's the name brand you're usually probably familiar with. And then Spectracide's weed and grass killer has active ingredients of diquat, fluazaflop, and dicamba. So we're getting a lot of different actives, and I'm mixing these together. You don't have to. It does make killing it off a little bit more expensive, but I found this works the best because I've just used this. I applied it twice when I tried to kill off the first section, and there was still quite a bit of living plant matter in there. When I did the application of both, it was all wiped out. So that's what we're gonna do. And what I forgot to mention is the rate is 6 ounces per gallon. Covers, I believe, either 300 or 500 square feet. So I'm gonna use 2 gallons and cover the 1,000-ish square feet and just leave it at that. And then if I have to apply a second time, I'll apply a second time. But that's what we're gonna do. Now, don't under any circumstance do what I'm about to do, but I want to see if we can get the result that we say everyone is going to get. So you would have seen me that last forward pass, I walked directly behind the nozzle. So my shoes are wet. They have glyphosate on them. I'm going to walk around the outside. I'm going to walk down the next stripe of where I stopped killing, and we're going to see if we get some footprints die off. So we've killed over there. I'm just going to walk down this stripe, and we'll see if what's on my shoes feels anything. Over in the low cost, low input section of the yard, the little side section, the weed stripes, whatever you want to call it over there, there is a section that has really no grass in it. So we need to seed it. And I have bought myself a tiller. So I'm going to go scuff it up a little bit, put some seed on there. So we can go take a look, talk about it a little bit. Now over on this side, there's some usable turf in there maybe, but as it comes over here, this is all really, really shady, and there's just nothing. So we're gonna till up this whole section. It's about what I'm gonna be able to water with one of those kind of back and forth oscillating sprinklers. And now I know that section's supposed to be as little as possible in terms of putting fertilizer down, projects, you know, just, it's an existing field of various weeds and some turf. And what can you do with as little effort as possible? But there's nothing. So if you have nothing in your yard, you need to seed it, because no amount of fertilizing can make grass appear. So you're gonna seed that little section just so it's in there. I'm hoping this works out where I have just gone through the first phase of killing off the next section of the front yard, where I'm completely killing it all off and reseeding it. So I'm hoping that this section that I'm doing here today is going to germinate and be okay to not leave alone, but to be a little lower maintenance when I have to go all in on that front yard section. So with that, let's fire up the tiller and turn some dirt into some smaller pieces of dirt. Nothing all too fancy. Quick till. I did drag that guy over it a couple times. I'm not looking for anything fantastic over here. Again, this is the lowest cost, lowest effort. So there's seed in there. You would have seen me run the rake across it. That's how I go about, here comes the doggo. There she is. That's how I go about getting good seed to soil contact. So you can see there's a lot of seed in there and most of it's down. At least touching the soil, we're gonna water it, and then it'll kind of dive in even more. And then, like any time you're planting grass seed, you water, you water, you water, and you water until it germinates and matures. And then you water it only when it needs to be watered. Quick update on the die off of our grass over here. We're definitely gonna have to, I was planning on having to do this at least twice. So we'll give it another, this is about day 3. So we'll give it about a week and then hit it again and hit the spots that survived best the hardest this next time. But let's shift over here because this is what we're shooting for. That color in there is pretty incredible. I still don't know what's going on with that spot right there. That spot was low and I feel that I know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully it comes back. One nice little thing too, the neighbors have gotten landscaping, so they've put in a little kind of privacy hedge. Always nice when the neighbors are going to do something that makes your yard look nicer too. Alright, so the bulk of this video is going to be the introduction to the 2 little renovation bits that I did, spraying the front yard and tilling the side yard. I'll give a little bit of an update on those here when I'm done, but right now I think we need to get a little mow in, at least in the backyard, so let's do that. Also first I'm going to bring the gravely up a ½ inch. I like 2.5 inches. I like what it looks like on the yard out there, but with the size of the deck, my yard isn't smooth enough, so it's scalping some spots. I don't like that, so we're going to bring it up a half and see if we can address some of those issues. So here, there's not much to report. I don't really need to go in there because it's like day 4 or something since we put the seed down, so nothing's going to be germinating. We've been watering, and that's really all you do. You just keep it wet on repeat until all the grass seed starts to germinate and mature. And then over here, nothing will highlight your inability as an applicator, like a glyphosate application where you're gonna see exactly how well you did. And you can see, I did not do very well. So we'll hit it again, we'll go in the other direction, and it should be good to go here. Get it all killed off enough, mow it down to nothing, and then till it. And we will carry on with the process, and we'll keep bringing you along with that journey. It's always nice too, since I've already finished this section, I know what I'm gonna get. So it's even a little bit more motivating to know that we want the whole front yard to look like that. Because this, I mean, the color in here is just absurd.